All right, all right. Next question is from Lake Moran Brewing on YouTube. Hi, Adam. I'm looking at malting grain from the farm commercially in our region. Is there anything you wish your maltster would do differently, whether it be the malt styles or a way COA is presented? What do you look for when choosing your maltster to go with? Cheers. Well, Lake Moran, I'm the kind of brewer that I buy raw materials for flavor and aroma, like we all do, hopefully. Cost typically is not number one on my mind when I'm thinking about things like this. It can be, and it probably should be when you're doing it professionally. I would say that you can probably get away with cheaper, less expensive base malt with beers that are going to be adjunct forward. So for me, if I'm going to be making a big IPA hop bomb, I'm not going to spend on top of the line base malt for that. That's just me. I want to get the malt out of the way anyways. If I'm making a tart little fruit beer where I want it to be kind of this tart fruit bomb, I'm not going to be investing heavily on my base malt. If I'm making German beers, I'm really going to invest in it. If I'm making British beers, I'm really going to invest in it, and I'm going to spend out on that stuff. Because big picture, it is still inexpensive. If you're in a pub situation, cost really isn't the issue. I mean, I think that might be brewer perspective, but especially if you're making a malt forward beer, I mean, malt's the cheap side of the equation. My biggest issue with using local is consistency and quality. So I'm not saying that local isn't consistent, and I'm not saying that it's not quality, but that's my number one thing. If I am spending down on malt or spending up on malt, I want to know what I'm going to be getting every time. I might use, if I was in a situation where I had a pilot system, I might trial out some smaller stuff, but from some stuff from smaller providers, raw material providers. But to be honest, I never really have. I have not done a lot of base malt trialing, different things like that. I've kind of just followed the path that I just mentioned before. So for me, if I were getting into what you are looking into, and you are trying to sell it to me, I would want to see quality, consistency, so I know exactly what I'm getting. Right. The last thing I want to do is buy your malt, spend a whole bunch of money on hops, fruit, or X, Y, and Z, and then have the malt not perform and be a negative for me in that beer. And then I'm sitting on, 15 to 30 barrels of beer that I don't want, So anyways, I mean, that's my take on it. Some other guys on the pro side of the industry might have various opinions on it, but that's where I sit with it. So yes, thanks Lake Moran Brewing for the question. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you feel as if you got any value out of the video, please like and subscribe. There are also other videos that you can watch. They're gonna maybe be over here or over here. Appreciate you watching.